Yes, hi, Mr. Hopkins. I did say, didn't I don't have a key.
I thought you were rewiring the house.
Only the flat upstairs. The smell's coming from the basement.
And nobody lives there, yeah?
Haven't seen anyone.
What about this mate of yours that you're working for?
Tom?
Yeah, might he have a key to the basement?
Haven't asked him. Like I said, I only started this job 2 days ago. You couldn't smell anything then?
Well, you certainly can now.
Well, look, what keys do you have?
I've got these.
You tried any of them on this door?
Nope.
Yeah.
Rather you than me, mate.
Here we go.
Stay there, please, Mr. Hopkins.
Kath? In here.
You all right? Sierra 487 receiving.
From what Cathy says, we can assume it's a suicide. No sign of a struggle, no forced entry.
No.
Well, nothing at the scene, but then the man hasn't been identified yet. Maybe he left a suicide note at his home address.
Oh, thanks, Bob. I'll get down to Chiswick Avenue.
Right.
You've taken the body down, have you?
Yes, sir.
Good. Well done, Nick. Good morning, Dr. Northridge.
Inspector.
How long's he been here?
Well, hard to say. Judging by the smell, I'd say 4 or 5 days.
And he hanged himself?
Certainly looks like it.
How about identification?
Nothing on him, sir, any of these.
And you've checked to see whether one of them fits the front door of the flat?
We've confirmed that, sir, yeah.
Good. So he had access. Who does the property belong to?
Well, that's the next problem, sir. No one seems to know. The neighbours all said the building's been empty since before Christmas.
What about the informant?
He's just an electrician doing a job upstairs.
For whom?
For a mate of his, Tom Kidd. He's trying him now.
The boys in blue just want to pursue their inquiries with regard to the dead geezer. Yeah, that'll do. Saul Parker. Nice one. Got a number? Sure. Gatley Street. Thanks a lot, mate. The job is for a man who runs a letting agency on Gatley Street.
Saul Parker.
That's your man.
Anna, these police officers.
Morning. I'm WPC Marshall. This is PC Slater. We were hoping to speak to Mr. Parker.
Mr. Parker's away just now. I'm his secretary. Can I help you?
Do you know where he is?
Abroad, I think.
What, on holiday?
Yes, I think so. Can I ask what this is about?
A property on Chiswick Avenue. We understand Mr. Parker manages it.
Well, he manages a lot of properties. What's the address?
The basement flat, number 42.
I don't think that's one of ours. I can certainly check for you.
Thanks.
No, nothing at all at number 42.
Well, Mr. Parker employed an electrician by the name of Tom Kidd to do some rewiring there.
Oh, I see.
So, does Mr. Parker manage the flats at 42 Chiswick Avenue, or doesn't he?
Well, why is it so important?
2 hours ago, a man was found dead in the basement.
Well, what happened?
We don't know.
Well, how did he die?
Looks like suicide.
Suicide? Who was the man?
That's what we're trying to find out.
You'll need to speak to Mr. Parker.
Any idea when he'll be back?
In a couple of days.
Right, well, thanks for your help. When he does come back, will you make sure he calls us, please? I'll leave you the number.
Yes, of course.
Who are the people in these photos?
That was a Christmas party here in the office.
And who's that beside you there?
That's Mr. Parker. Why?
Well, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but I'd say from looking at these photos, Mr. Parker could well be the man that we found dead in Chiswick Avenue.
I spoke to him on the phone a few days ago. He asked me to take care of things in the office. I never guessed.
Thanks.
What about his home life? Was he married? Divorced?
He was a bachelor. His mother lives in Bristol, I think. Well, we've got his home address back in the office. Mind you, I don't know how you'll get into his flat.
I imagine one of the keys from the bunch we found on him may fit his front door.
Yes, of course.
This should give us a clue. Here we go. Margaret Parker. Must be his mum. 37 Bellman Street, Bristol. You writing this down?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Kath. Bellman Street, is it? Right, got that.
An obvious suicide note.
See, what I can't understand is what made him go to Chiswick Avenue to top himself? And why tell his secretary that he's going abroad? I mean, why spin her a yarn like that?
If that's what happened.
How do you mean?
Well, don't you think it's just a little bit odd that she didn't know where her boss was going on holiday?
You want to go back and ask her some more questions?
Got any better suggestions?
Anna wasn't feeling well.
So she's gone home, yeah?
I said take the rest of the week off.
How well did you know Mr. Parker?
His private life? Not at all. Pleasant boss. Worked hard. Seemed cheerful enough the last time I saw him.
So you knew about his travel arrangements?
Well, only what Anna told us.
And that was?
Well, it was a bit out of the blue, I must admit, but then he could be like that. A few days ago, Anna just came into the office and said that Mr. Parker had phoned her at home the previous night and that he said he was going away.
There are some questions we need to ask concerning the property where Mr. Parker was found dead. Would you be able to help us with that?
What, the flat in Chiswick Avenue?
Exactly. Do you know who it belonged to?
No. That you'd have to ask Anna.
Why is that?
There were a number of properties, I don't know how many, that Mr. Parker used to manage privately.
And you think 42 Chiswick Avenue was one of them?
Anna was the only one of us who knew anything.
Only we asked Anna about it and she claims to know nothing.
Well, she would, wouldn't she? Doing very nicely out of it all. I mean, for a secretary on a salary even lower than mine, she has some expensive taste in jewellery.
Was she and Mr. Parker having an affair?
I don't think so. But he certainly looked after her well enough.
Could you give me her home address, please?
Yes, of course. Hang on. If you'll pardon the expression.
Cat, I think he's just come out of Anna's flat.
He's in a hurry by the look of it. Registration number, Nick. Who is it? WPC Marshal.
Look, this isn't a good time just now.
It's important, Anna. Thank you. Going somewhere?
My sister's.
Where does she live?
Aberdeen. Why?
We need to talk to you about the property on Chiswick Avenue.
What about it?
We understand Mr. Parker managed it privately for some clients.
Where do you get that idea?
One of your colleagues in the office told us.
Look, Mr. Parker had a sideline, okay? He managed the odd property privately alongside the office business. I never knew the details.
But you knew about Chiswick Avenue.
The other night when he phoned and said he was going away, he mentioned Chiswick Avenue because he needed me to show some new tenants into the basement flat.
When were they moving in?
Tomorrow.
And you'd have been taking them to the flat yourself and would have found him hanging there.
I know.
Not a very pleasant thought. Almost as if he wanted you to find him. Why do you think he did it, Anna?
I've really no idea what was going through his mind.
And you're not telling the truth.
What do you want me to say? My God, he's just committed suicide. I come home to get some peace and suddenly the two of you are down my throat like I'm guilty or something.
Go ahead, Paul.
You free to speak?
Stand by. I'm not finished.
This whole thing's a real mess, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Who owned the property, Anna?
Sorry?
Well, you said that Mr. Parker managed the property on behalf of a client. Who was it?
I don't know their names, do I?
The woman in your office seemed to think that you were making a few quid out of the business yourself.
They gave me 1 or 2 gifts, that's true.
And you didn't even know their names?
They aren't even English.
Well, where are they from? Don't tell me they're Russian or something. Are they?
Yes.
And what about the bloke who just left here?
Sorry?
Thick-set, dark-haired bloke. We saw him leave this flat just before we arrived. Is he one of them?
You must have made a mistake.
Oh, so he's got nothing at all to do with this, has he?
There wasn't anyone here.
Oh, and the fact that you're packing up all your stuff just about to go to Scotland, that's got nothing to do with Mr. Parker's death either, I suppose.
I am going to stay with my sister, all right? I can do that, can't I?
Be better if you didn't. CID need to ask you some questions. I want you to come back to Sun Hill with us.
Am I allowed to refuse?
I've just been told the results of the post-mortem, Anna. Mr. Parker didn't commit suicide. He was murdered.
Under the skin, the skull has been fractured. It's where the atlas meets the occipital bones, just here. In other words, he was hit on the back of the head before he was hanged.
With something that didn't leave a mark?
That's right. Maybe a rubber mallet. It looks like a professional job. Maybe even a contract killing.
Made to look like a suicide.
Exactly.
What's the position on Parker's secretary?
She's agreed to cooperate. Cathy Marshall's bringing her in now. But there is one other lead. Nick Slater saw a man leaving Anna McClellan's flat in a hurry. Now, she denies that anyone was with her. The PNC trace on the car says the man's name was Matt Goodman and his address is somewhere in Bermondsey. He could be significant.
OK. Thanks a lot, Jim. Gov. That was the Land Registry Office. 42 Chiswick Avenue is owned by a company based in the Isle of Man.
So, we can't tell who really owns it.
Exactly. What about Matthew Goodman?
Oh, he's flagged.
Who by?
Take your pick. As soon as we started checking, the alarm bells went off. SO11, N6, Box. And there's a DI Egmont over at SO1 who said he'd be straight over to talk to us.
So Goodman's into organised crime?
He's got his finger in a lot of pies, including a long stay in Russia.
When was that?
A couple of years ago, apparently. He's been a regular visitor ever since. Egmont said he'd fill us in when he got here.
Hi, Dad. An offshore company. Sounds exactly like Goodman. He set up all his other property schemes in exactly the same way, so nothing can be traced.
I expect the Russians prefer that.
So does Goodman. That's why he gets on with them so well. They speak the same language.
Russians doing a lot of business in London these days.
More and more. Beginning of the 90s, we had the first cash-rich gangsters coming over, blowing their money on cars and fur coats. Now those gangsters are running Russia. They've become respectable. Every Western bank and business is scrambling to make friends with them. Plus, of course, the lowlifes like Goodman.
There's a lot of money to be made in Russia.
If I was to tell you that there's more oil in Siberia than in the whole of the Middle East, does that help?
Yeah.
I was just thinking, maybe we could have this chat somewhere less formal than an interview room. Try and put this young woman more at her ease.
Good idea. Thanks, Lisa. So, Anna, tell us a bit about these Russians your boss did business with.
Well, they were customers at a club where I used to work, and the bloke who owns it has a Russian wife. It's one of those vodka bars, you know. A few Russian businessmen used to drink there, and I got chatting with a pair of them one night, and they said they were looking to invest money in property in London, and I said I knew someone who ran a letting agency just round the corner.
Mr. Parker?
Yeah. I thought it was a small thing, putting a bit of business Saul's way.
Who were these people?
I never knew their names. I only met them twice. Saul dealt with them mainly on the phone.
And what did you get out of it?
A steady job. Saul made me his secretary at the agency. Well, he needed me, what with the extra work he was doing on the side. He was doing very nicely out of it.
And you? You must have made a bit extra.
I never made a penny.
Then what are you scared of? Are you afraid they'll do the same to you, is that it? Is that why they left Parker in the flat there for you to find?
It's got nothing to do with me.
What about Matthew Goodman?
Sorry?
He was at your flat earlier, wasn't he?
Well, he's just a friend. I was upset. I needed someone to talk to.
Of all the people you could have called, you chose Matthew Goodman.
So?
So he wouldn't have been my first choice.
Well, what do you know about him?
The arrangement Saul Parker had with these Russians. Was Goodman involved in that?
He may have been.
He's got plenty of business interests in Russia, hasn't he?
Well, that's why I called him this morning. I wanted his advice about what to do, but...
Go on.
Well, he was so odd about it. And I couldn't help thinking... Well, it made me begin to wonder.
Wonder what?
If maybe he was involved.
What made you think that?
A few weeks ago, Saul began to get nervous. I mean, obviously the company was set up to launder cash. But Saul started trying to find out where the money went.
Where did the money go?
I don't know. It didn't bother me, but Saul was very unhappy about it. Matt asked me to come and see him. He wanted to know what Saul had been saying. He said the Russians were upset, that they didn't like Saul's attitude because he'd been asking too many questions. And he suggested I put some distance between myself and Saul.
Anything else?
It was a long evening. We drank a lot and ended up in bed. Matt was trying to joke about it as usual, and then suddenly he went serious. He said that Saul would be meeting someone I definitely didn't want to meet, who was going to come over here from Russia. I didn't know they'd kill him.
Who are they, Anna?
I don't know their names.
But Goodwin organised it.
Maybe. That's what I'm thinking now. When he came to my flat, he said it was time to say goodbye and that he'd be gone by tonight.
Where was he going?
Out of the country. He just had a few last things to take care of.
What things?
I don't know.
Do you know where he is, Anna?
I could show you.
That's him, just there.
In the dark suit?
Yeah.
This is it, Tosh. Do you want to cover the back? Thanks very much for your help. Susie will take you home. Cathy Goodwin.
That's right.
D.I. Deakin from Sun Hill. This is D.I. Eggman.
Right.
It's your business.
Not mine, no. I'm just supervising the loading.
What's in the boxes?
Hi-fi.
Mind if I take a look?
Well, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Come on, take a minute. Where's this lot going?
Harwich, Hooker Holland.
And then?
Different parts of Europe, as far as I know. Look, we got a ferry to catch.
What's this?
No idea.
Curiouser and curiouser. Doesn't look like a hi-fi to me.
Can you tell me what this is, Mr. Goodman? How about the other boxes? What am I going to find if I look in them?
Tosh, can we have you in?
You feeling okay?
I'll be fine, thanks.
Anna?
Yeah?
We probably will need to talk to you again once the investigation's underway. Okay?
No problem.
What is all this stuff?
State-of-the-art electronics. I should imagine it's export embargoed and without an end-user certificate.
What, going to Russia?
Not necessarily. Who knows where it might end up? Iran, Libya, or what it might be used for.
I thought Russia had changed.
It has. These days they operate at a profit.
Yeah.
Ah, Mr. Goodman. We're going to find out exactly what this stuff is and where it's come from. In the meantime, I think Detective Inspector Deakin wants a word with you on another matter.
What?
The death of Saul Parker.
All I know is someone phoned me 2 weeks ago. Didn't say who they were.
Russian?
They were speaking Russian, yeah. Said they'd heard Parker had a bad attitude. Said he was getting out of line. Couldn't be trusted. What I reckon.
And you said?
Told him what I told you. Hardly knew the bloke.
Is that all?
Yeah. So I couldn't help.
They didn't mention anything else? Like bringing over a contract killer to bump Parker off?
No. I'll give you no idea. Anna. Wasn't it? She's the one you've been talking to. I think there's some things you need to know about Little Miss Innocent.
Oh, God, stop. It's Anna's car. Hello, Anna.
Where are you off to, then?
I just ran out of cigarettes.
I see. I don't suppose you've got any luggage in the back?
Well, of course not.
Do you mind if I check? Gonna get your cigarettes from duty free, were you?
Why shouldn't I go away? I'd helped you find Goodwin, told you everything that I knew.
We think it was you who told the Russians to get rid of Saul Parker.
Who told you that?
Your friend Goodwin.
Matt?
Is it true?
No. Even if I had, how could he possibly know I'd been in contact with them?
They phoned him.
That's crazy. Why would they tell him about it?
They wanted his opinion as to whether or not you could be trusted.
I don't believe you.
Why did you do it, Anna? So they'd put you in charge of the property sideline? What? You bided your time for the first 18 months while you learnt what the business was about and then you stuck the knife in?
Look, even if I had spoken to them, I'd have hardly expected them to kill him, would I?
You didn't know them very well, did you, Anna?
You didn't know Matt Goodman that well either, by the sound of it. You never really did ask too many questions, did you? Even when Saul Parker finally started to get cold feet, all you could see was the chance to push him out of the way.
It wasn't like that.
Then what was it like, Anna? Look at yourself. Accepting gifts from them, lying to your friends at work, lying to us. And then there's Matt Goodman, a known criminal, and you go to bed with him.
I never knew.
She never knew. The whole thing stank from the moment you got involved.
You've no idea. He used to come into the club to discuss business. There was always something about him. Not that he ever threatened me. He was always so smooth and charming. But it all felt so dangerous. It was wonderful. I'm sorry about what happened to Saul Parker. I really am.
Right. Then let's start telling the truth. Let's find out what really happened.